received.
Hello everyone, this is just a really quick phone tutorial on how to make an intercom and also how you can make an acoustic coupler, which is pretty much what was used on the Knowles. And you can still use it on a payphone, a landline, and if you have a Bluetooth headset you can modify it to use an acoustic coupler. Pretty much we just have two phones here, and this alligator clip here represents the red wire for the phone, and these two alligator clips represents the green wire on the phone. We have here just a standard 9-volt battery bridging on the green wire, and just to show you, I picked up this one, picked up that. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'm dialing on this phone and you can hear it on this phone. If I talked into this, you can hear it on the speaker for this, and if I talk into this receiving end, it'll come out here. And this is just how to make a real quick intercom system. If you want to do it on separate floors of the house, you would still have to put a buzzer or a ringer in, and that's it for the actual intercom system. And just to show you how you would use this as an acoustic coupler, we're going to unplug one of the phones. I have here a US Robotics 56K modem, and I'm just going to plug it in here. Now if this was hooked up to a computer, what you would do is you would dial on the phone you're using, not this phone because this is technically the acoustic coupler, but you would put this or cup it onto another phone, dial on the phone, and then you'd hear the tones and it would go through here, all through these gadgets into the modem, and you could connect online via dial-up or hyperterminal or bulletin board system, whatever the case may be. And that's it. Hi everybody, for my next trick I had to find a landline, so I'm here at my mom's house, and she lives in Illinois, so I'm going to show you how to make her phone ring. First of all, take off the receiver, make sure you get a dial tone, and then press 511 and the last 4 digits of the phone number of this landline. So then you wait for the dial tone, click, you'll hear it tone like that, hang it up, and in a couple of seconds the phone will ring. And that's how you make your landline ring. Now when you pick it up, it's just the same tone. Hang up and the phone ring test is complete. Please keep in mind this is for Illinois in the United States, and the code is 511 and the last 4 digits of the phone number. Hello everyone, before I begin this demonstration I just want to give you a little bit of history on dropping people off their calls. In the late 1960s, 70s, and even early 80s, you could use a Captain Crunch whistle and walk by a bunch of people on payphones, whether it be at an airport or just a supermarket or whatever the case may be, blow the whistle at the 2600 tone and it would drop the call. Well, today in order to drop people off their calls you have to use something a little more advanced. This here is a $40 to $50 cell phone jammer. It can knock out CDMA, GSM, which is the first antenna, 3G, which is the second antenna, and DCS, which is the third antenna. The range on these does vary depending on the price. Obviously, the cheaper ones can only go maybe 10 to 12 meters, whereas the more expensive ones can almost knock out an entire mile. Those are very expensive, anywhere between $400 and past $1,000. You can even get up to $4,000 on these jammers. Just to show you a real quick demonstration, I'm going to show you two phones. We have here an Android phone that's 3G and an iPhone that is 3G. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here just to see if we can see the bars. Okay. Okay, and you can see the bars on both the Android device and the iPhone, and I'm going to activate the jammer. Keep in mind it does take anywhere between 10 to 20 seconds for it to knock out the signal, but it will knock it out. Okay, the Android has been knocked out. The iPhone is down to 1 bar. And the iPhone should say searching when it's completely knocked out. And there you go. I can no longer make phone calls on either of these phones. Now, before you go out and get a jammer, please check the laws and regulations in your state and or country. They'll state how it can be used, if it can be used at all, or whatever the case may be. And that's it. If you don't have an unlimited plan, or you are trying to call Canada from the United States, or call the United States from Canada, the best way to make a free phone call is to download the Magic Jack app and be on a wireless network. Not the 3G network, a wireless network. So basically connect to a wireless router that's connected to the internet, and the app will use the Wi-Fi rather than the 3G, hence not using your minutes up, and also not charging you from going to Canada to the United States. It's a really quick app to set up. You do not have to set up an account. You can say just make a free phone call. The only downside to that is you cannot receive a phone call. You can link it to your current phone also, so whenever somebody calls the number, it links to the app. And it's just a really, really great application to use if you want to make free phone calls. Last but not least, just a little bit of information that I think everybody should know if you're living in the United States. If you have an older cell phone that still works and it does not have a service provider currently, I would always keep it as an extra, whether you keep it in your trunk with the car charger or give it to a grandparent or a family member. In case of an emergency, even though the phone does not have a cell phone provider, it can still dial 911 for emergency services. It's actually backed by law in the United States that any cell phone, even if it does not have a provider, can dial 911. Obviously, I am not going to be showing you that this works because I don't believe in bothering emergency services for a tutorial. But you can look it up, and that's just a little bit of information I thought everybody should know.